Cherry Blossom family, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here or if you're coming from Katie from Over the Moony's channel. Hi guys, my name is Jessie, also known as Miss Cherry, and oh my goodness, it's time for Crafted once again. This series has been going on for almost 2 years between Katie and I. What an amazing collaboration. I'm always so thankful that Katie is so on board with this DIY craft challenge. She's been so patient with me. I've had a very hectic couple of months and she's been so lenient with me. So Katie, I know you're watching. Thank you so much for being so understanding. We have put off Crafted for several weeks and it's just been a huge challenge for me, but I'm back and everything is going well, and it's just been a little bit of a weird time. But we don't need to dwell on that. Katie is also putting out a video today, so please, after you watch this video, be sure to go and check out Katie. She is amazing. She does tons of Disney content. She is a huge Disney and Funko collector. She also loves Harry Potter. She does a lot of really fun mystery unboxings, and she is just so great. So be sure to go and check her out. And I'm so excited to see what Katie comes up with this craft. Today we are celebrating all things Bambi. Bambi is celebrating his huge birthday. It's a huge milestone birthday for him. I believe he's turning 70, if I remember correctly. Oh no, it's either 70 or 80. I'll put it here. I should have probably Googled that before I came in and sat down to talk to you guys, but here we are. So for the Crafted series, what this means is that Katie assigns me either a character or a scene and sends craft supplies for me to make a craft out of that is assigned to that character or scene, and vice versa. So I've sent craft supplies to her and assigned her a character, and this time she sent craft supplies to me and assigned me a... So really quick, I chose Flower as my Bambi character. Flower is so adorable. So adorable. My favorite character in Bambi, hands down. I was so excited. I was so excited to be able to do something with his character, and the craft changed several times, and I finally settled on a craft that I felt actually was really good. So I'm really excited to make that come to fruition. And Katie sent me this envelope, and this envelope is full of craft supplies, and let me read you what her letter says. Hi Jessie, not gonna lie, I struggled coming up with something for Bambi. I hadn't seen it in so long. Oh girl, me too. Have you guys seen Bambi recently? It's just not a movie for me. I've actually never seen the ending. Anyway, and when I watched it, I was lacking any inspiration and also terrified of the sad parts. Thanks for the warning. Yeah, she was actually like texting me as she was watching it, and I'm like, please shut it off before the ending. But then inspiration struck. Since this movie is so seasonal, I thought it would be fun for us to each make a seasonal terrarium. Oh my gosh, are you making a terrarium too? I included some things for your winter scene to get your winter scene started, and figured it would be best not to try to ship a container to you, LOL. Hope you have fun with this. Love, Katie. Oh my gosh, yay. So I'm gonna show you what the craft supplies she sent me.
First we have a bag of moss. Then these really pretty, I think they're called cockle shells. This like truffula tree, another truffula tree, Bambi, Thumper, and my favorite flower. He's so cute.
And let's get crafting. So for the craft that I chose to make flower ears. Now, I have been seeing all of these ears kind of be pretty popular over the last several years, where they take foam, like craft foam, kind of like this, like your basic craft foam, and it's cut into the actual character's face, and then maybe like its backside, or like a tail, or like another face of another character on the other side. And so I'm gonna do Flower's face on one side and then his tail on the other. Now, I already wrapped my headband. I ran out of black fabric, and I swore up and down I had it, but I didn't, so I'm just improvising. sometimes, I'm sure you guys understand, you just have to use what you have to make it work. So I'm using this to make it work. It's definitely not going to be the main focus of the ear headband. It will obviously be flowers, head, and tail, but I do actually kind of think it's pretty cute. So I don't think it's gonna take away at all. And then I also got some flowers because I wanted to try a flower crown on the ears themselves, but I'm not 100% sure that it's gonna work because I've never done 3-dimensional ears before with like character faces, so I just don't know if it's going to accommodate like how large the flowers are. So we may have to make a bow, but we're just gonna kind of play it by ear and see what happens. But headband is made, and if you want to see a tutorial on how I do this, I'm gonna link another video down below just because I've done it in several videos, and so I kind of feel like I don't wanna bore you guys with showing you how to do this again. It's definitely common that I do this on my channel. And I'm just gonna do like this cardboard style ears. And I got these headbands off Amazon. Look how crooked these are. Like, I feel like I need to put set a big book underneath it because that is really ridiculous looking. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do that like overnight to make sure that it stays flat, because I'm gonna have to glue the ears on, and I feel like if they're kind of crooked like that, it might be difficult to get them even. Okay, well, I'll worry about that in a second. The actual ears themselves, I'm going to be doing the cardboard and fabric method, which again, I'm gonna link another video down below of when I showed a tutorial of how I did this. And it should be pretty simple. I'm trying to still figure out, like, should I stuff the ears so they're kind of fluffy? I think the back fabric that I'm gonna use is gonna be this polka dot just because I have some of it and it seems to make sense. But I'm gonna take you guys along with me and let's make these really cool ears. Okay, so full disclosure, I totally purchased this SVG file on Etsy. And the reason why I purchased most of my SVG files, which are the like Cricut cut files, is because they import so perfectly. Like, you don't have to manipulate them or do anything whatsoever. So all I have to do is like resize, which right now it's 4.5-ish inches across by 4.5 inches tall. That's about the size of a typical ear. So I feel pretty comfortable with actually... I'm gonna play with that just a little bit. I'll let you guys know how big I make it, but I'm gonna take away, like over here, you can take away the colors. So there's this green color and this brown color down here. I definitely don't want, so I'm just gonna hide those layers by clicking the little eyeball that shows you like if you can see them or not. I wanna take those away because I just wanna be able to like cut right around Flower's chin so it makes just his face perfectly. So that's kind of my goal. If you guys are also interested in doing some foam projects with the Cricut, I'm actually gonna turn the camera around and show you a couple of things just so you're aware of what needs to happen with your Cricut. I have an older Cricut. This is the deep blade and this is a 1.7 millimeter. So you will need that for cutting the foam, and then you'll want to move all of your little grippy rollers off to the side. So these are movable. They're kind of difficult to move, but you need to move them all to the side because this actually makes an imprint in your foam. And inside your Cricut design space, you can set it to custom, and then you can click on craft foam, and it should have all of the settings set. So we're gonna try and cut this and see if it works. Fingers crossed. I mean, we're following all the instructions, so I'm hoping that it should go seamlessly. But you know how crafting goes, and sometimes it's not perfect. Especially when I do it, apparently. So my blade was going the wrong direction, so here we are. Well, we only have, what, 3 pieces of white foam left, so we better get this right at some point. You know, sometimes crafting is hard, and today is one of those times. All right, piece number 2. Hi, Telly. What is up? Have you guys ever cut foam with a Cricut? Do you see how the ends are kind of like roughed up a little bit? I think I'll be able to correct it with some finesse and some like kind of squishing it into the way that it needs to go. But I checked my blade and my blade is going in the proper direction. So it's definitely got all the right settings. The blade is going in the right direction. So it's definitely maybe a user error on my part for maybe lack of experience with the medium. But anyway, if you guys know how to prevent that, if you could let me know, I would love to be able to fix this because I think it's going to drive me a little bit crazy. But for all intents and purposes, since this is crafted, we do a lot of experimental things during these videos. So we're just going to keep going and we're going to improvise and work with what we've got. And so I'm going to cut out the rest of the pieces. Okay, so after fighting with foam for a while, I've realized that it does that on adhesive foam, which everything is adhesive foam except for this black foam on the back. But guys, wait, am I holding it right? I think I may have a new obsession and this is not good. Like, sky's the limit, my friends. Thank God I have like probably 80 or 90 pieces of craft foam just at my disposal because I have a feeling that I'm making a lot of these. These are really fun. Okay, so it's time to move on to Katie's terrarium craft. Now, I went to 4 different stores looking for terrariums and I could not find anything that was reasonably priced. I did find one at Joann's and it was $49.99 and I just couldn't justify spending that on a terrarium for this craft. So I am improvising because I do have some supplies in my craft room that I could use that would be kind of similar. I mean, it's not similar, it's not a terrarium, but it will, I think it'll turn out really nice. So Katie provided me like moss, a couple of fake flowers, and some figurines, which is so cute. And so what I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna make a wreath because I have this wreath. It's kind of big. It was left over from a project that I was going to do a couple of years ago actually, and I've just never found a use for it. And so I was thinking about it as I was shopping and I'm like, you know, this could be a decent backup plan if I couldn't find a terrarium. So this is the backup plan. And I also, while I was out, fake flowers at Joann's were buy one, get one free. So I got some really cool, I felt like these were very wintry vibes and I love the coloration. So everything's gonna look really icy, really white. Aren't these leaves so pretty? Like they look like they've been like frosted a little bit. This fern was super intriguing and I know this is definitely not like Bambi's forest, but we're just like, we're gonna embrace it and go with it. What are these? I have no idea. Are these real? Do these happen in nature? These are called a spring stem. Well then, that's definitely not the technical term. More of these guys. I also found these really cool like pearls. Also thought were so pretty. Match the color palette really well. Like we're going with like really dusty, really pretty. These, a lot of this stuff I already had. I already had these two. And then we're gonna incorporate moss. And what I'm thinking is like, we're gonna do a large chunk on the bottom and then like a small on the top. So I'm thinking like maybe we can do Bambi as the main focus on the bottom and then maybe Thumper and Flower on the top. I'm not 100% sure, but we're gonna try it out and see how it goes. This could be a disaster. We don't know. But I have my iced tea, my liquid motivation, and this blender bottle so cool. It's like, doesn't it look like Scrump? It's Disney bounding as Scrump. So I'm gonna get my hot glue gun heating up and we're just gonna riff. We're just gonna go for it and just do some trial and error. I hope it works out. I'm kind of looking at these figurines and they're a little bit big. You know what? Let's do this. We're gonna make it work.
So I'm just kind of riffing with the flowers. I feel like the cluster's a little bit big, so I'm thinking maybe I can break some of this up, specifically this hydrangea. And then I think I'm gonna put the characters here because up top it looked really funny. Like, look. Like, you can't just have like a character sticking off the top of your wreath. So I think it's more appropriate to have it like in the center, but I like how it's turning out so far. We're getting there, but I will show you after we're all finished.
Okay, guys, now it is time for the big reveal. So I am gonna start with Katie's craft. Now, as you know, I really wanted to make a terrarium, but gosh, I just had no luck, and the only one that I found was $50. So anyway, we have this wreath. I actually think it turned out really nice, but let me stand up and show it to you so you can see it up close. Okay, so here is the wreath all finished. So I really like how it turned out. It definitely is a very wintry. I was going for like more winter colors. I think I accomplished that, but let me show you some details of some things that Katie included that I incorporated in here. Now, I tried to include all of the figurines, but unfortunately they didn't all fit. So these, I think these are called cockle shells. Let me know down below if they are not. And then here is the top of the wreath. And as you move down, see the moss that she sent is incorporated in here. Again, those little cockle shells, this flower here, and then of course Bambi kind of in the back. So here again is what it looks like. Now, you guys always are so great about telling me, like, what would you have made for this craft and what would you have done differently if you made this craft? I think that what I would have done differently is I would have gotten some more smaller purple flowers, so I could have built more on the sides, but I still do think it looks pretty nice. Now I took off my ears because I'm going to be putting these on for the flower craft. I am so pleased with how these turned out. This was an absolute gamble, and I have to tell you guys, like, I think I'm going to be making more and more of these. I feel very strongly that even if you didn't have a Cricut, you could totally use an X-Acto knife and get the exact same outcome as what I'm going to show you. So here we go. Oh my goodness, you guys, how cool is this? Okay, maybe I need to move out of the way. There we go. Oh my gosh, I am obsessed. Now, these are my favorite flowers for flower ears right now. I'm obsessed with them. They're from Bloom from Joann's Fabrics. And then we have Flower looking so cute. Now, what I would do differently in the future is probably use glitter, because wouldn't this be so striking in glitter? I don't mind it how it is now. And then the back, I just put a couple of flowers, and as you can see, look how far this protrudes off of the back of the ear. So these are really oversized. So let's, oh my goodness. Okay, so here they are. Okay, what do you guys think? You'll have to let me know down below. I think they are so fun. I definitely think next time I'll make them just a tad smaller, because these are pretty big. But I don't mind them. I'm definitely one of those people that enjoys a larger size ear rather than a smaller, so I really, really don't mind. But I have a feeling this is not my last pair of ears that I'm gonna make like this. Like, this is so fun. So if you were to make flower ears or ears like this, what character would you choose? Or if you were to make a flower craft, because I really struggled with that, what flower craft would you use? Because I would love to know that. So much fun making this crafted. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Let me know down below, again, what you would make or what you thought of the crafts that we did. And also be sure to go over and check out Katie's channel. She's incredible. I know you guys are gonna love her if you haven't seen her before. If you're interested in seeing more crafted installments, I'm gonna link a huge playlist down below of everything that Katie and I have done in the past. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let us know if you want us to do more crafted videos. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below for lots of Disney content, and I will see you guys in the next video. TTFN, bye!